Yeah, hello everyone. This is Nilesh Kumar, your English teacher. So, students, as we have already studied direct and indirect speech, in the first video, I had taught you some of the important rules, and I had also told you that in the second part of direct and indirect speech, I'll just show you a PDF file in which I'll teach you some more important rules, including some of the important examples, right? So, let's begin it, students. So, here it is direct and indirect speech, and as you already know that it is also known as reported speech and narration, right everybody? So here you can see we have general rules and special rules for that, right everybody? For changing direct speech into indirect speech, we are having some general rules including some of the special rules. These three topics, so in general rules we have to study these three topics. As you can see here, the first one is change of person, the second one is change of tense, and the third one is change of other parts of speech, right everybody? So as in the first video I have already made you understand the difference between change of person and change of tense, right everybody? So let me tell you once again the difference between a change of person and change of tense. Actually here we have to get that in the change of person we have to change the persons only, you can say. We do not have to change the verbs, right everybody, means tense. But in the second one, change of tense, we have to change the persons including the tenses, means verbs also, right? Now the thing is how to recognize whether the given sentence or question is from the change of person or change of tense. So it is very easy, as I have already told you and made you understand in the first video, that if the reporting verb remains in the present and future tense, remember I am just repeating, if the reporting verb remains in the present and future tense, it is known as in the change of person. And if the reporting verb is in the second form, I mean to say simple past tense or any past tense, students, then it is known as change of tense, students, right everybody? So I hope everybody has got change of person and change of tense, right? And the third one we had also discussed in the first part of the video, you can say. And the third one is change of other parts of speech, students. In this type we have some different words, that we have to change into another words, you can say, right? So let's begin it with the first one, that is change of person. So here with the change of person, I have just done some of the rules. The first one is reporting verb always remains in present and future tense. The second rule tells you change the persons only, not the tenses, means verbs. Means you have to change the persons only, not the tense. Means if you change the verbs, it will be change of tense, right? Now the third rule tells you that in case of an object after the reporting verb, change it into tells, tell, and told by removing to, right? The next rule tells you remove commas and instead of that use what? That. And at last you have to use 1, 2, 3 and SON rule. So 1, 2, 3 and SON rule we have just discussed in the first video. Now here I have just given 1, 2, 3 and SON, you can see here, and you can understand it well by reading it out. Now here first person, second person and third person I have also done, that I had made you understand in the first video also. So IV and its all forms are known as first persons, you and its all forms are known as second persons, and except first person and second person, students, all the nouns and pronouns in English, as I had told you, that they are known as in the third persons, right everybody? Okay, as note here I have written something, that is when the reporting verb remains in the past tense, then persons and tense both are changed. This means this is second one, change of tense, right everybody? Okay, so I hope everybody has got the rules, right? Now let's move to some more rules, that will help you while changing direct speech into indirect speech, right everybody? Yeah. So you can see here I have done some of the nominative cases. These are also known as personal pronouns. What? These are known as personal pronouns, right everybody? And these personal pronouns just change its forms case wise, you can say, right everybody? So here in this box I have just changed it as the case wise. So these are known as these 7 personal pronouns are known as nominative case. So it has changed as the possessive case. So in possessive case it will have two parts. First one is possessive adjective, and second one will be what? That will be possessive pronoun. So I, my, mine, and objective case it will become me. We as possessive adjective, our, possessive pronoun ours, and objective case us. You, your, yours, and you. They, their, theirs, and them. He, his, and him. She, her, hers, and her. It, its, and it has no possessive pronoun form. That's why I have just put a cross mark here, right? Okay, and it will have the same form it as the object, right? So I hope everybody has got this. Okay, now let's move to change of person, the first one that here I have done. So change of person, some examples I am just trying to make you understand. See here, I have done some of the examples. He says, see reporting verb is in the present tense, right everybody? He says I should help myself, right? So he says that he, I is first person, so as per the subject it has become what? He should help himself, right? Second one is what? Ram says to me, again says, reporting verb in the present tense. So Ram says to me, I am your friend. So Ram tells me that he is my friend. You can see I am just changing here only the persons. Your has changed into my, and here I, he, again myself, himself, and the helping verb am I have not changed. Here should I have not changed, right everybody? So you can see again in the third example, am, it has become is, means present into present tense. I have not changed am, is, are into past, was, and were, right? Okay, so I hope you are getting. Now the third example tells you that Sita will say to me, it's future indefinite. So as I had told you that in change of person, the first one, your reporting verb will be either in present tense like the first and second one, and or in future tense you can say, as I have done here, will say to me it's future. So Sita will tell me that she is ready to help me, right? Okay, now this box I have just made you understand. Now change of tense, students, for that here I have done some more rules. See, if there is simple present tense, it is changed into simple past tense, present continuous past continuous, present perfect past perfect, present perfect continuous past perfect continuous. And students, past tense remains in the same past tense, simple past tense, past perfect tense, and past continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, and past perfect and past perfect continuous. These two tenses are not changed, right everybody? Okay, now let's move ahead. Yeah, now let's understand some more verbs, how to change into past. So is, am, are into was, were, had been, can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, has, have, had to plus first form of the verb, had, and to plus v1, must, had to, could, should, would, and might. Students, these verbs are generally not changed, right? Okay, now let's move ahead. Yeah, so here I have done some of the examples of change of tense. Remember students, it is change of tense. So here your reporting verb will be into past. So you can see here, said, it is past. Again my father said, past. Again third example you can see, Geeta said, so it is past, simple past, right? So it is what? It is change of tense. Now he said I was absent. So as it is past, as it is change of tense, so here we will change the persons including the verbs, means tenses also. Now see, he said I was absent, so he said that he had been absent. He said that he had been absent, right everybody? So here you can see was has been changed into had been, and first person has been changed as per the subject, he here he, right? Okay, now let's consider the second one. The second one is, my father said to me, I wanted to give you a bicycle. My father told me, yeah. So after said, you can see an object. So I had told you, students, I had made you understand in the first video that if after the reporting verb, if you get any object, then it is changed into tell, tells, and told as per the tenses. So here it is said has been changed into told. So my father told me that he had wanted to give me a bicycle. Geeta said to Ram, I have always helped you. So it is Geeta told Ram that she had always helped him. Right, everybody? Now here I have done some of the sentences of universal truth. Right, everybody? So if the reported speech denotes universal truth, students, then there is no change in tense. Right? Like, the teacher said to the students, oil floats on water. The teacher told the students that oil floats on water. There is no change. The second one is, the priest said man is mortal. Same, the priest said that man is mortal. Right? Third one is, he said the earth is round. He said that the earth is round. So, students, universal truth are the sentences in which you have to change only what? By removing commas, you have to change only that, and rest of the things you have to write the same. Right, everybody? Okay, now let's move ahead. Now this one is third one, change of other parts of a speech. Right, everybody? So here you can see some of the words are changing in different words. So this, that, these, those, here, there, hence, thence, now, then, thus, so, today, that day, right? And then after you can see, if there is yesterday, the day before, yeah, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, the following day, the day before yesterday, 2 days before, the day after tomorrow, in 2 days time, last week or year, the previous week or year, next week, year, the following week or year, a year ago, a year before, yeah, the previous year. Right? Okay, now let's understand some of the examples. See, so students, basically this is change of tense, you can say, and some other parts of a speech, the words you have just got, you have to change also. So you can see here, she said I shall do this work tomorrow. Right? So see, this has been changed into that, and tomorrow the next day, and rest of as per the change of tense. The second one is, she said to me, I shall stay here with you. So here has changed into there, and rest of as per the tense, change of tense. Third one, he said the sky is cloudy now. He said that the sky was cloudy, now has changed into then. Right? Ram said, now the fourth one is, Ram said I shall join the office next week. Ram said that he would join the office the following week. Right, everybody? Fifth one is, he said I am going to Patna today. So today has been changed into that day. Right? Okay, now some special rules we have here, you can see here. In a special rules, we understand how to change interrogative sentences into indirect speech, exclamatory sentences into indirect speech, exclamatory sentences into indirect speech, and imperative sentences into indirect speech. So here interrogative sentences as indirect speech. So some rules: change the reporting verb into ask. Don't use that instead of inverted commas. In case of any question word, use the very same question word, or in case of any helping verb, use if, whether, one of them. Right? The next rule tells you, change the interrogative sentence into assertive sentence. Next rule, apply 1, 2, 3 and SON rule that you have already got. And the last rule tells you, add full stop at the end of the sentence. Right, everybody? Now let's understand some of the examples. She said to me, can you speak English? So she asked me if I could speak English. So can, it is helping verb. So here I have used if. Now the second one. Ram said to me, are you coming tomorrow? So are is also helping verb. So here if or whether. You can also at the place of if you can also use whether, right? So Ram asked me whether I was coming the next day. Third one is she asked me, when will you give me your books? She asked me when I should give her my books. Now the fourth one is my friend said to me, who has bitten you? My friend asked me who had bitten me. So here who, and here in the third one when. These are WH. So at the place of that I have done the same WH. See, right everybody? So these were some of the examples of interrogative. Now let's move to imperative sentence. An imperative sentence tells us, students, about an order sentence, a request sentence, and an advice sentence, right? So change the reporting verb into tell, ask, order, command, warn, request, suggest, advise as per the sense, right? Second rule tells you add an object whether there is in direct speech or not, means in the question or not. Remove please or kindly. The last rule tells you change the inverted commas into to and not to. Now here I have to make you understand, to means for assertive sentence and not to means negative sentence, like don't do this, don't go there, right? So with negative you have to use not to, and with positive sentence, affirmative sentence, you have to go with to, right? Okay, now let's move to some of the examples. The first one, he said bring a chair. So it is an order. Generally you can say, he is just ordering someone to bring a chair. So he told, asked, and ordered. Any one of them you can use. Me to bring a chair. The doctor said to me, take medicine in time, means advice. The doctor advised me to take medicine in time. My daughter said to me, please buy me a doll. So it's request. My daughter requested me to buy her a doll. Fourth one, she said to us, do whatever you like. She told us to do whatever we liked. Second person means object. Object is us. So here you have to write it as the subject we, right? Okay. Now the last example is the teacher said to the students, don't shout in the class. The teacher told the students not to. Just now I had told not to shout in the class. For negative you can say, students, you can also use forbid. So forbid. Forbid. So it has the second form, that is what? That is forbid. So the teacher forbade the students to shout in the class. This means negative sentence can be changed into two ways. By adding you can say students not to, and by using forbade. Right everybody? I hope everybody has got this. Now let's move to exclamatory sentence. Students, exclamatory sentence. So exclamatory sentence denotes some sudden feelings or emotions of the mind, right? So here are some of the rules. Change the reporting verb as per the sense of reported speech. Exclaim with joy, sorrow, exclaim with surprise, exclaim with anger, contempt, regret, applause, right? Second rule tells you that use that instead of inverted commas. Omit or remove oh, ah or alas. Change the exclamatory sentence into assertive sentence, right? And apply 1, 2, 3 and SON rule. In need means if there is need. Now let's move to some of the examples you can see here. The boys said, hooray, we have won the match. The boys exclaimed with joy that they had won the match. My friend said, alas, my dog is dead. So it is showing, it is expressing sorrow. So my friend exclaimed with sorrow that his dog was dead, right everybody? Now the next one is, Sonu said, what a beautiful sight it is. So it is, Sonu exclaimed with joy, surprise, that it was a very beautiful sight, right everybody? Yeah, so students, now some more exclamatory sentences you can see here, right everybody? So for changing these sentences, you will have to just keep some of the important things in your mind. So let's learn this. He said to me, fool, liar. So he called me a fool and liar. He said thank you. So he thanked me. She said to us, welcome. So she welcomed us. He said, happy Diwali. Yeah, good night. Yeah, morning. So he wished me a happy Diwali, right? He wished me good night. He wished me good morning, right? He said goodbye. So he bade me goodbye, right, everybody? So remember, these are the things that you have to keep in your mind. She said, hello, where are you going? She greeted me and asked where I was going. Right, everybody? Yeah, so students, now sentences beginning with let. Right? So here I have done some of the rules you have to keep in your mind. That is, reporting verb you have to change into proposed and suggested. In case of an object after the reporting verb, proposed, suggested, and then you have to use the object. Inverted commas, you have to use that. This means you have to remove inverted commas, and instead of that you have to use that, right? Omit let you have to omit, students, you know us. If there is us in the reported speech, right, everybody, it will be changed into we or they. It's they, right, everybody? Personal pronouns, like we have 7 personal pronouns: I, we, you, they, he, she, and it, right? So personal pronouns is also known as nominative case, and then after you have to plus what? Should and first form of the verb, right? Okay, now let's consider on some of the examples here below. Yeah, so here I have done some of the examples. See, he said to me, let us. So us, here you can see, let us. It can also be written like let's sing together, or let us. So it can be written like let's. So let's and let us both are same, right, everybody? Okay, so let us sing together. So here its indirect is he suggested, yeah, he proposed to me that we and they. Just now I had told, instead of us, you have to change as we or they. So we should, yeah, they should sing together, right, everybody? The second one is she said, let us play together. Same as here. She suggested, yeah, she proposed that they should play together. We should play together, or they should play together. The next example is he said, let him, yeah, let them. Now you can see here the object of he, him, and object of they, them. Right? Stay here. And here other parts of speech. So here will be changed into there, right? And him will change into he, and them will change into they. So now your indirect speech is he suggested that he for him and they for them should stay, and here will change into there, right? Okay, now the next example is the boy said, let me go out, right? Now let me go out. So here at the place of me I have done what? I have done him, right? So the boy wished that he should go out, right? The boy said that he should be allowed to go out, right, everybody? These are the two ways you can change this sentence into indirect speech, right, everybody? So I hope everybody has got the sentences beginning with let, how to change it into indirect speech. Yeah, now let as an ordinary verb, right? Here you can see he said to his father, let me go out for the movies today, right? So he requested his father to let him go out to the movies that day. Yeah, you can also change this sentence like he requested his father that he might be allowed, yeah, permitted to go to the movie that day, right, everybody? So I hope everybody has got how to change some sentences beginning with let, right? So the thing you have to do is, keep the rules in your mind, and you will be able to change any kind of sentences into indirect speech. Yeah, okay, thanks, students.